first of all, I will introduce about the Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad. Okay, this company is headquarters in the Kuala Lumpur. Okay, this company also listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia Security Berhad. Their key activities is focused on monetizing, producing oil field and growing their portfolio of development and producing asset in area of geographical that is focused in 4 countries, which is United Kingdom, Malaysia, Australia and also Vietnam. Okay, on 5 December 2007, this company was incorporated as a private limited company, which is Hibiscus Petroleum Sdn Bhd. On 20 December 2010, this company has conversion into a public company, which is Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad. Okay, and on 25 July 2011, Hibiscus Petroleum was listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia Security Berhad as the first special purpose acquisition company (SPAC) in Southeast Asia. Okay, this company has 2 product segment, which is natural gas and crude oil, and this company also have 4 operating segment, which are North Sabah, Anusurya Hibiscus, Bas Trade Cluster, and also investment, holding and group activities. Based on this analysis, they have come out with the implement asset actions plan and cooperate with other company in another country. Based on that plan, it showed that the positive feedback in their revenue compared to 2020 and 2021. Therefore, the main issue of this case is analysis on how Hibiscus Petroleum Sdn Bhd sustain and plan the strategy to maintain in their market during the COVID-19.
So the first one is mission analysis. For Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad, they have 4 mission statements that they want to achieve. The first one is they aim to grow as a responsible energy company by using their own resources. The second one is their target to grow and maintain their production within their own KPI. The third mission is their aspiration is to become a net zero emissions producer by the year 2050. And last one, their focus is to enhance shareholder value whilst always being conscious of their environment and caring of their people and the community. So, based on the mission analysis, we found out that Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad have a good mission statement as they have 6 out of 9 important components for a good mission statement. The 3 last components are markets, technology, and self-concepts. Their mission statements are very simple and user-friendly as it is easy to be understood. And it is advised for them to add the 3 missing components to have a very excellent mission statement. Next is financial analysis. Financial analysis is made to observe and measure on how well a company manage their financial. So for Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad, we have done several analyses which are liquidity ratio, solvency ratio, profitability ratio, and efficiency ratio to observe how well the company in handling their assets and liability. IFA analysis by product. For crude oil, the strengths are higher sales among the 2 divisions, minimum production cost spend, and carry out a macro-bento study for crude oil terminals. The weaknesses are lack of funds for operating segment, lack of crude oil terminals, and partial stake in most significant oil 2Ps. While natural gas strengths are good reserves and resources base. Second, increased natural gas for portfolio of hydrocarbon assets and multi-purpose use. While the weaknesses are little revenue gain, high energy consumption, and relatively expensive storage.
We examine the company through a functional analysis based on its functions. The management has various technical competencies, experiences in various industries, and equipped with high levels of inclusivity. The marketing function targeted entry-level market to be penetrated. In finance and accounting function, they managed to increase the quick ratio, net margin, and inventory turnover ratio, while keeping debt to equity ratio on a healthy level. Production and operation function successfully conduct an acquisition process to increase production and for a portfolio balancing, while the R&D function focusing on leveraging the R&D process with a success in a new product mix. Last but not least, the management and information system function prioritize cybersecurity for an investment while leveraging the usage of the latest technology for the company's performance.
Waters 5 forces analysis. Rivalry of competing firms. It is to measure of the extent of competition among existing firms and has moderate competition among the competitors, where hibiscus revenue is lower than their competitors. Potential of new entrants is to measure how easy it is for new companies to enter the market and has moderate potential of new entrants. Quality environmental products and government policy become barrier for new entrants to enter the industry. Bargaining power of supplier. Supplier must have their organizational safety performance. The management of hibiscus only wants to collaborate with those that have an unwavering commitment to safety performance. Bargaining power of buyers shows how consumers and customers can exert pressure on companies to deliver better product, better customer service, and give lower prices, and has moderate level of competitive. The buyers have many switching costs and makes large purchase of the products. Potential of substitute product. A product substitute is one that fulfills the same function as another item on the market and has moderate potential of substitute product. It also has a clever concept for the product. Baseline analysis opportunities. Politics. Be one of the country to adopt the net zero carbon emission goal in 2050. Economic. Government is drafting a national guidance on voluntary market mechanism to engage in voluntary carbon market mechanism. Social. Increasing in climate change awareness by using social and public broadcast media. Technology. They use new generation of robots in production process, AI, blockchain, and ML algorithms in conducting operations. Legal. Develop a resilient hydrocarbon portfolio that complies to the legal requirement environmental quality. Environment. Develop a roadmap that will be used as a tool to progress, track, and monitor the emissions management strategy. And lastly, competitors have a good co-operator Anasuria cluster and North Sabah operators that will optimizing asset performance.
I will explain the test leg analysis based on the trade. We analyze the test leg from the annual report of Petroleum Berhad. You can see from the quality aspect that based on the Paris Accord agreement. Next, from economic aspect, you can see that the hibiscus demand are impressed from the COVID-19. From the social aspect, we can see the deficiency of qualified human capital. The fourth is the legal aspect. We can see the increasing of litigation case. The fifth is environment. We can see the increasing hazardous waste. Next is competitors. We can see that many competitors have the same nature with hibiscus Petroleum Berhad. The last one is the technology. We can see the Internet of Things open opportunity to the hacker to access. Regarding resolving external challenges within their business, hibiscus Petroleum Berhad perform better than average. The fact that hibiscus score is 2.59, which is higher than 2.40, suggests that they are doing a good job of utilizing external opportunity more so than the external risk. As a result, the business still needs to strengthen its strategy and concentrate more on how to seize the prospect.
EFE analysis by product. So firstly, for opportunity crude oil, lower cost driven by higher supply and demand, and sustainability strategy. For the trade, firstly is climate change and COVID-19 declining demand for crude oil. For natural gas opportunity, firstly is role in the energy transition and necessities for society with cheaper price. For trade, non-renewable resources and greenhouse gas emission. The last part of external analysis is CPM analysis. So from the table, we can see Harbour scored 3.13, Hibiscus scored 3.06, Petron scored 2.99, and Sapura scored 2.67. The two factors that cannot be beaten by other competitors are international market share and RAD factors. For Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad, the strong critical success factor is the asset portfolio, which is their net asset, increased 21% compared to the last year.
Metric. Okay, in this short metric, we need to know 4 things that are important, which is strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat. Okay, so the company can use this strategy to overcome the problem or increase their potential in the industry. Okay, the first one is the strength and opportunity, which is company can leverage the management credential and product quality for brand exposure to increasing climate change awareness. The second is implement the use of the new generation AI and ML algorithm in their production equipment for the new product mix. And the third one is the conduct R&D to develop a resilient hydrocarbon portfolio for the net zero emission in 2050. Okay, second one is the weaknesses and opportunity strategy, which is they can participate more in the tech and sustainability related conference as a way to lead hires and increase niche market. Okay, second one is the co-operator Anusurya cluster and North Sabah investing into customer-oriented services and supply chain. And the third one is execute emissions management strategy to increase strategic competitive environment development. Okay, for the strength and trade, we can see that there are two, which is the company can investing in R&D environmental product to decrease hazardous waste, and conduct the cyber security strategy to maximize the use of technology in operation. And the last one is the weaknesses and trade, which is the company can enhance focus on the internal development to maximize quality works for the human capital. Okay, first of all, I will explain about the calculation first. Okay, based on the table, we can see that the financial position rate is positive 4.8, the stability position is negative 3.6, and the total competitive position rate is negative 2.8, and also the last one is industry position rate is positive 5. Okay, space metric graph, which is the x-axis is 2.2, positive 2.2, and the y-axis is the positive 1.2. Okay, based on this graph, we can see that this space metric is under aggressive quadrant, which is Hibiscus Petroleum has a strong financial background that is dominating factors in the industry. The main in the aggressive quadrant is have a strong financial background for the company. Okay, and have a good strategy and are doing well to recover their financial effect during the 2002 until 2021 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And this company can implement backward integration, forward integration, horizontal integration, market penetration, market development, product development, and related diversification strategies for their company.
Next is BCG matrix by product, which is crude oil and natural gas. For crude oil, relative market share position is 0.09 and IGR is positive 24, while for natural gas, relative market share position is 0.02 and IGR is negative 2.68. Based on BCG matrix graph, we can see that crude oil is on question mark quadrant, while for natural gas is on dots quadrant. Next is BCG matrix analysis. So the first one is question mark, which indicates crude oil has low relative market share position, yet the product competes in the high growth industry. So the company should implement market penetration, market development, and product development strategies. While for natural gas has low relative market share position and competes in a slow or no market growth industry. So the company should implement refresh product divestment or any retrenchment strategy. IE matrix by product. For crude oil, IFE score is 3.16, while EFE score is 2.94. For natural gas, IFE score is 2.89 and EFE score is 2.74. Based on IE matrix graph, we can see that crude oil is on grow and bold quadrant, while for natural gas, it is on hold and maintain quadrant. Next, for IE matrix per product strategies, the company may implement intensive strategies and integrative strategies for crude oil, while for natural gas, the company may implement market penetration and product development strategies.
Through the previous matrices and analysis, the findings lead to the provision that the company has a rapid market growth and a strong competitive position in the market. Based on that fact, It is wise for the company to implement several strategies, which are market development, market penetration, product development, forward, backward, and horizontal integration, as well as related diversification. IFE matrix reveals that Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad has a strong internal position because internal strengths of Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad outweighs the weaknesses. This demonstrates that Hibiscus is handling internal sources effectively, while the EFE metrics shows that they are doing good job of utilizing external opportunities more so than external risks. And it can be digested that the company can use market development and market penetration to enhance market segmentation and grow its businesses. On the other hand, SWOT analysis yields two strong strategy recommendations. Firstly, Hibiscus can expand their company in the US economy as they are improving quicker than any other developed nations, which will give Hibiscus a chance to enter the US market. Secondly, in order to attract higher quality and more devoted employees, Hibiscus has to participate more in conferences focused on technology and sustainability. So, Hibiscus is able to put the market penetration, market development, and backward integration strategies into practice. According to the space matrix, it shows that the point is situated in the aggressive quadrant with strong financial and major competitive advantages in a growing and stable industry. Therefore, Hibiscus can apply the backward integration, forward integration, horizontal integration, market penetration, market development, product development, and associated diversification strategies for their businesses. Under the BCG matrix, it is shown that the crude oil has a low relative market share position, yet the product competes in a high-growth industry, while for natural gas, it has a low relative market share position and competes in a slow or no market growth industry. Therefore, Hibiscus can adopt market penetration, market expansion, and product development plans for its crude oil product, while for the natural gas product, Hibiscus may have to decide to refresh that product, divestment, or use any retrenchment strategy. Last but not least, the IE matrix analysis, it shows that the natural gas strategy should be hold and maintain strategy, whereas the crude oil strategy is based on the grow and build. Market penetration, product development, and intensive or integrative initiative should be the focal point of Hibiscus tactical strategies.
For QSPM metrics, we found out that there are several strategies that Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad can go for. We choose two most suitable strategies that they can go. First one is market development by expanding their productions to new countries, and second one is product development by increasing their production for natural gas. So this tables is from their strengths and weaknesses. This table is for the opportunities and threats. So the analysis from the QSPM matrix is, we can see that market development is the clear winner with a score of 4.37 compared to product development with a score of 3.82, because by expanding production to new countries, it can help Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad grow bigger in the oil and gas industry in the future. But for product development, increasing their production for natural gas, it will help Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad to increase their sales and profits to the company. We know that the natural gas only contributes 2% for the company revenue. So by increasing their production, it will gain attention from competitors and retailers from the same industry. Other recommendation of strategies that can Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad do is diversify the geographic area. They can widen their market instead of focusing to the same country. Second, they can add new related products such as produce kerosene, which is the fuel for airplane. The third one is power up the marketing games, such as they can upgrade official website to more user-friendly and eye-appealing.
When Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad modifies the current administrative processes and system or develop new one, for more successful and strategic action. Policy implementation is vital in order to educate individual or organization. The primary, who is the CEO of the corporation, is in charge of keeping an eye on the policy and enforcing it as necessary. The following are some policy recommendations for Petroleum Berhad in order to put a better plan into action. The first one is SSP policy, anti-corruption and anti-bribery policy. The third one is drug and alcohol policy. The fourth one is sustainability policy. In a nutshell, we only choose the best three of the selection of policy because there was a good reason and action to be executed, which are the whistleblowing policy, anti-modern slavery policy, and the personal data policy. This is the three actions to be executed. First one is whistleblowing policy. The whistleblowing policy and advocacy has been expanded to cover outside parties. The next one is anti-modern slavery policy. The risk management will make an even bigger effort to show its buyer that they oppose contemporary slavery in our business operation. The last one is personal data policy. The administration of Hibiscus will handle general data collection and uses data collection and uses from the job application, processing of your personal data, and gaining of your consent.
Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad position is average in the strategy, which is hold and maintain. Strategy that should be implemented is tactical strategy, which is market penetration and product development. Market penetration is to launch a product which can enter the market as swiftly as possible and finally can control over the market share. Product development can be defined as the process of bringing new innovations to consumer from the concept to testing distribution, which is two types: either improve the existing product or carry out other new products that follow the demand in the industry. The recommendations given are made to help the company be at a better level and able to be the biggest competitor on the industry.